Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we'll be going over lesson 3 of unit 9, data variation. And lesson 3, like I said before, will be z-scores. So before we get into the questions, right, I just want to quickly go into what z-scores are, or what the formula is. A z-score is basically the location of a specific data point within a standard deviation. Z-scores are measured in standard deviations. So basically the value in how many standard deviations, right? Alright. And the formula is the value, or the data point, minus the mean over the standard deviation equals a z-score for that specific value, right? So let's do that, right? So we have standard deviation. We were asked to solve for the standard deviation when given the mean and the z-score. So let's see we have the mean value, which is 13, minus, and then we have the mean, which is 18.1 divided by x, is equal to 1.7, negative 1.7. That's our z-score. Alright, and just to make things a little bit simpler, let me get rid of this and move this up here. Alright, so let's multiply by x on both. So first let's simplify. So you get negative 5.1. Negative 5.1 over x is equal to 1.7. Get rid of this. From here, divide by 1.7 on both sides, so x is equal to negative 3. Right? X is equal to negative 3. So let me just see if I did that right. Alright, yeah, that's the answer. Oh, my bad. I think this is, yeah, it's a negative 1.7. I was wondering why. Alright, this should be 3, not negative 3. And so, since we found that, so this is equal to the standard deviation, 3. So basically, the value minus the mean over the standard deviation equals the z-score. And you're given this, if you're giving all, you're probably given a few of the values, and you're going to solve for one of the other ones. Like you're probably given the value and the standard deviation, and the mean, then you have to solve for z-score, things like that, right? Alright, now let's go to the next one where you have to solve the z-score. So let's set up our equation. Our equation will be, so our value, which is 709, minus the mean, which is 720. And you guys can feel free to look at the formula which is above to see where I'm getting, how I'm doing this. So 709 minus 720 over, right, over 6 equals this, equals our z-score. So let me just quickly put this parentheses, equals x. So 709 minus 720 is negative 11 over 6 is equal to x. And so if you guys wanted to, your z-score would be negative 11 over 6 standard deviation. So you guys might be wondering, how is it possible, right? That just shows to show that your z-score doesn't have to be a full, like, actual, what do you say, like an actual number or a real number. It can be like fractions, decimals, things like that. And one more thing is that you can actually, if you go to your calculator, you can divide that, and you can actually see that this is the same thing as negative 1.83. Just to show, and repeating obviously, but I'm just going to put 3 right there, just to show that it can actually have different values, right? So yeah, that's basically z-scores. So just a quick recap, the z-score is a location of a specific element or data point within a standard deviation. Z-scores are measured in standard deviations. Z-scores are the number of standard deviations away from the mean, right? And yeah, standard deviation is basically the spread of your data. Your mean is the central tendency. And if you're given statistical information in a data set, like say you have 4 different statistical pieces of evidence or information, you'll probably be given, those are the value, the mean, the standard deviation, and the z-score. You might be given 3 of them and not the one, so you just kind of manipulate and try to solve for whatever, try to figure out what you're trying to solve for based off what the question is asking, right? That's varies depending on the question. For our sake, we did standard deviation and z-score. It could be different, right? When you go to school and like do the different questions, just remember that there will be different values that you're solving for. So yeah guys, that's basically it for this unit. This is the last video actually of our Algebra 1 curriculum. So I don't know when I'll be posting after this regarding Algebra 1, and I'll make sure to keep you guys updated. So until then, thank you guys for keeping with me throughout this full Algebra 1 curriculum. We did quite a lot. We did like around 30 videos in total around. So thank you guys if you really stuck with me and watched all those videos, and hopefully you found them helpful. And if you did find them helpful, make sure to subscribe and leave a like on all my videos. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching.